Hey, welcome back to episode 4 in our series of myths versus realities. And today we're going to answer the question, how fast can a cash buyer really close? When I got into this industry, I had no clue how closings worked and how fast things could actually happen. But now that I'm in it and have been in it for many, many years, I've been buying homes for 20 years now. Um, I actually have seen some of the tightest scenarios be pulled off in terms of buying homes and things that have been done that I never thought would have been possible. So let's take a look at this and figure out, can closings really happen in as little as 3 business days to 14 business days? Okay. So myth I often hear is that when a cash buyer closes fast, that fast means also cutting corners. And the reality is speed doesn't equal sloppy. That's just not always the case. Haste doesn't always make waste. In real estate, title work still has to be done, and paperwork also still has to be done and done properly. But when you're selling to a cash buyer, you just don't have all the red tape that accompany a traditional closing. And when I say red tape, I'm specifically talking about financing, an appraisal, an inspection, and then all the repairs that the buyer requests after they get the inspection back. Okay. Myth number 2 is that you've got to move out immediately if a cash buyer closes fast. And the reality is, we just had a lady, we bought her home and we gave her an additional 30 days to live in the home rent-free, which is typically called a post-occupancy agreement. That's what real estate agents call it. And that's a flexibility that a cash buyer can often offer a seller that would allow the cash buyer to still close quickly, but allow the seller to stay a little longer. Myth number 3 is that cash closings are unpredictable. And I don't know why that's a myth, because the reality is there's nothing more predictable than a cash closing. The only alternative is a closing that's financed, and those can fall through all the time for a plethora of reasons. So if you thought selling had to take months, hopefully this helps you realize that it can only take days if that's what you need. And so if you enjoyed this video, hit like, comment, subscribe, and check out the next video in the series as we separate the myth versus the reality of what it's like to work with a cash buyer. Thanks.